Hello, Goddess. Welcome back to the Habits of a Goddess podcast, a podcast filled with self love, self care, and spiritual affirmations. My mission for whoever's listening to this podcast is that you find ways to empower yourself, attract the life that you desire, and feel supported on this self love journey. I have experienced a new way of opening up to the endless possibilities of healing and growing through sharing my voice. I'm your host, Jasmine Rasco. And today's episode, we will be talking about a new you, navigating the journey of rebirth and self discovery. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, don't forget to give Habits of a Goddess podcast a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I love reading the reviews you guys leave. It means the world to me to see how truly the podcast has made a positive impact in your life. And when you leave a review, it helps other goddesses discover the podcast too. So this past week, we talked a little bit about rebirth affirmations, and I felt like it was very fitting for this week episode. I have been feeling a strong desire within myself to make some changes, to make some adjustments in my life. And one thing I notice about myself is that when I'm ready for a change, like this awareness, this awakening just happens. Like it happens when I don't really expect it. And there's different stages in life that requires a new version of ourselves. And I'm going to talk about 3 stages that I've realized in my life that has helped me rebirth and recreate like a new version of myself when I was ready to step into something new and elevate my life and evolve. And it is a journey. You're always going to be evolving. You're always going to feel like you want something different for yourself. And when that time comes, the first stage is awakening and awareness. That feeling when you initially realize that you're no longer satisfied or you're disconnected with your current life or self, it may stem from like a life event, such as like a breakup, a loss, or a career change. Or it can be simply as growing sense that something needs to change and you are ready, like you're fed up, you're ready to change. And that awakening awareness within yourself, that is one of the first phases that you realize in retrospect, like, I'm ready for more in life. And during this phase, you will begin to reflect on your life. You will reflect on your values, where you stand with them, the habits that you've created for yourself, and your mindset. And there is a feeling of awakening to the fact that there's more for you in life than what you've been experiencing. And you're capable of greater things for yourself. Like you are so worthy of more for yourself. I always say abundance is my birthright. And when you have this awareness within yourself that this light bulb just pops off, that's when you realize you're ready for change. You're ready to rebirth and recreate this new phase in your life. So, in retrospect, a lot of times you may feel overwhelmed, confused, unsure what path to take, or just afraid of simple change. I don't know how many times I've had girlfriends in the past, they confide in me and they tell me, like, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to shift, like maybe a new job, or I'm ready to move, or a new career. And they're afraid to make a decision in life. You have to make a decision that feels right for yourself. And I know sometimes it can be overwhelming. You could feel confused, like what path to take. And that feeling, it doesn't really help you when you stay stuck in that energy. So you have to be willing to make changes even when you feel uncomfortable, because you're not going to fully have the roadmap, like what to take in life. Once you start that journey of change, everything starts to come to you, like what step in life to take next. You're not going to fully know the whole picture, but once you start that journey, it will reveal to you what you should do in life. I always say, like, the universe is always guiding my steps. The universe is always sending me the right people in my life. And when I'm ready for more, the teacher will appear in my life. Such as this podcast. When you're ready for change, you're ready to rebirth this new version of yourself that's greater. This podcast somehow showed up on your feed. Whether you found it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or TikTok or Instagram, wherever you discover that Habits of a Goddess podcast, something inside of you was like, I'm ready for a change. And then poof, this podcast showed up. And you started listening to it. You started having this awareness awakening that you desire more in life. And this is your season. This is your season to rebirth, recreate your true higher self. Your inner goddess is always there within you. So it's time to like peel back those layers and choose to be alive in your purpose. Choose to have awareness that yes, you deserve more in life. Yes, change is ready for you, just as such as you're ready for change. So keep that within your heart, knowing that when the student is ready for change, when the student is ready to rebirth and recreate a new version, the teacher will appear. And teachers come in different forms that resonates with us. My next point when you're ready to navigate the journey of rebirth and self-discovery is sometimes it is a struggle to let go. Sometimes we have resistance. This is like the hard stage because the first stage is awareness. Like, okay, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to shift in life. I'm ready to switch locations. I'm ready to create something for myself. I'm ready for a new job. I'm ready for a new relationship. Or I'm ready for just a new version of myself, right? There's so many different things that we want different for our lives, and you're ready for it. But then we get into the phase of letting go, the transformation, letting go of the old version of ourselves. This is the hardest stage. You know why? Because a lot of your identity is held up in the old version of you. The old friends, the old job, the old romantic partner, like a lot of it is held up, the old family. A lot of it, of your identity, is stuck in your past. And you have to face that. You have to move forward in life to change. You have to let go of things that no longer serve you, things that's no longer resonating with you. And you will likely encounter resistance, both external and, it could be, society, family, friends, and internal. Fear, doubt, old habits. Like a lot of times, fear creeps up when we're ready to change. What if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? So let go of your old self, your past behaviors, your comfort zone. It can feel incredibly challenging because, like I said, a lot of our identity is stuck with the old version because we haven't practiced the new muscle of a new version of ourselves. When you start working towards something new and you're creating something new for yourself, the old version will dilute. The old version will fade away. And it will be like an old memory. I'm going to share something with you guys that I did today. I spent probably a couple of hours doing this on and off. I broke it up in like maybe 30, 40 minutes. But I did a deep, deep social media cleanse. I realized I was following a lot of old accounts that I no longer resonate with on my Instagram, on my personal page. And I've had Instagram since Instagram came out. And I realized I was following people from high school, people from college, when I went to college, people from like, a different phase of my life that I'm like, I don't resonate with these people. Or different accounts, a lot of like accounts that I just don't resonate with. And some cooking accounts, fashion blogs, traveling blogs, that kind of stuff. And I realized I needed to filter through the people I was following. Some of these accounts are like non-existing, like the accounts are so old that maybe they're like the people probably don't run them. I don't know. But like I realized like a lot of that was that some of it could be people who I don't resonate with and their content or different stage of my life. So I took the time, it was very tedious work, but I took the time to individually go through my following list and I started unfollowing these old accounts that I've probably been following since I created my Instagram page. And then I realized, wow, my feed is going to look so much better and feel so much lighter. Forget the whole algorithm stuff because I know like Instagram has like this algorithm and we're like all fed up with it, right? But I realize a lot of times we have old baggage with us that we've been lingering, carrying on with us for decades. And, at least like some of those accounts I've been following for like 10 years or however many years Instagram been out, I don't resonate with them. So I did a social media cleanse. I let go of those old accounts that I don't resonate with. I freed it up. I freed up space so I can start attracting new accounts that I want to follow in the future and also curate my feed on social media. I only want to follow people who I feel inspired by. That's how I look at social media. Like I use it as a tool for business, but I also use it as a vision board of people who I feel inspired by. And it's nothing personal. It's just that I no longer resonate with certain content anymore. I'm in a different stage in my life. And I had this awareness. I was ready for change when it came to my social media. So I said, okay, I'm not going to wait until 2025. I'm actually going to make changes to my social media account today. I know it's going to take a while because I was following a lot of accounts that they're not even active anymore. Like these accounts are so old and some accounts are active, but they're not. It doesn't matter. Like I realized I needed to go through and eliminate a lot of accounts that I just don't resonate with anymore. So I encourage you, if you're listening to this portion of the segment still, if you've been feeling like I need to do a social media cleanse, I need to go through the people who I follow, or I feel like I'm not being supported by certain people that follow me or I follow them, go ahead and unfollow. Do a cleanse and start curating the community that you want to see online. Like you have the power to create your own community online. And I always have like a positive perspective when it comes to social media. And I hear the mixed reviews with social media, but I feel like you have the power. So that's something that I did today. And I'm ready for like this new stage in my life to attract different people online that I feel inspired by. And you can do the same too. That's just one of many examples that I realized within myself. I had this awareness, this light bulb went off today. It was like, okay, I'm ready for change. I'm ready for a new, fresh energy online with the people who I follow and interact online with. So letting go wasn't as hard as I thought it was. Letting go of like certain society or social accounts that I was following. So that is just an example of something that I did for myself today. And I didn't wait until the new year. I took action and I was very proactive today. So if you are facing, struggle of letting go of old friends, old family, coworkers, or fear or doubt, this is like internal too as well, not just external. You can make that change today. Face it head on. You may be experiencing feelings of guilt or the fear of unknown or anxiety or just, feeling overwhelmed, but you can make that change today. You can create a new version of yourself. And who does that look like? What type of quality of people around you that you want to have in your life? What type of people you want to see on your feed on social media, if you have social media? So create that. That's part of your transformation. That's part of rebirthing who you are. Like, what type of people you want to surround yourself around? even if these are people online, like what type of content that you want to see on your feed on social media. So, and the last stage that is so important, and you guys been doing this all along, is integration and empowerment of the new version of you, embracing change. In this stage, you have a new mindset. Along with your new mindset, you have new habits, habits of a goddess. You've created a new lifestyle for yourself, and you've worked towards being in solitude with yourself. You are solid with you. You are solid with this new change in your life, and you embrace this new version of you. You start to feel more confident. You will start to feel more confident as you practice this new muscle in life, this new version of you, this rebirth, the rebirth of a goddess, the rebirth of habits of a goddesses. You feel more confident. You feel grounded, secure with yourself, and you, most importantly, you're in alignment with your authentic self. You have created this new version of you, and you have a new perspective and purpose in life. You will gain clarity on your current values, goals, and your approach to life will come from a place of an empowerment. This podcast is to empower you on your decision making for yourself. The changes that you're making, that you've integrated into your daily routine, is to empower you. Your sense of identity shifts to reflect the new version of yourself. Like, you have no other choice but to empower yourself continuously on this journey, and you will continue sustaining that transformation. It's so addictive. Like, personal development is so addictive. Like, one thing about me, I will forever always evolve. I have no choice, because once your mind has expanded, you cannot go back to your old ways. Once your mind has expanded and you've had a taste of glowing up, you've had a taste of transformation, you've had a taste of rebirth, you cannot go back to like old patterns, old thoughts, old limited beliefs. Like, you have this sense of purpose in life. Like, I want the best for me in every stage of my life, every stage. And you deserve that. You deserve that. So sustain the transformation, goddess. The transformation is part of your life, and it's a continuous process. And yes, you're going to face challenges on every level of your life, but you have the inner wisdom. You have a strong foundation. You can navigate from a different place in life. You can navigate from a place of empowerment. You can navigate from a place of abundance. You're no longer navigating from a place of fear. You're no longer navigating from a place of lack. We are not doing that. Going into the new year, 2025, we are not navigating from lack, scarcity. We are navigating from abundance, empowerment. And you have the keys, you have the tools, you have the resources, this podcast, this community. You have everything what it takes inside of you to recreate and rebirth a new version of you, goddess. So a summary of the 3 stages that you can take with you, and a reminder is: 1, have awakening and awareness. You're realizing that change is necessary and you're ready to glow up. 2 is let go. Let go, release old habits and beliefs, conflicts, let it go. 3, integrate empowerment. Empower yourself. Speak life into you. This podcast, the guided meditations, the affirmations, that is your foundation of empowerment. Identify yourself as the new version of you and move forward in life, goddess. Move forward. Remember to be kind and gentle with yourself. I want to leave you with an affirmation that you can repeat throughout the day. Place your hand over your heart and just take a deep breath and breathe. And repeat this affirmation after me. I am creating a new identity that aligns with my true desires and aspirations. I am creating a new identity that aligns with my true desires and aspirations. I am creating a new identity that aligns with my true desires and aspirations. Creating a new identity requires courage, it requires strength, it requires walking by faith. You may not know the full picture of what your life should look like, but you can know your desires and your aspiration. And long as you know those things, you will move towards what that looks like for you in your life. Whatever that looks like, you will move towards that. So remember that you can rebirth a new version of yourself. Transformation is so important on this personal development journey because you are constantly evolving. Things around you are constantly changing. And it's up to you to identify like what it is that you want out of life. And know that everything that you're doing from this day forward is going to help you with your higher self. It's going to help you create, it's going to help you attract, and it's going to help you evolve. It's going to help you do so much good for yourself. So thank you for listening. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for this amazing community. I'm so grateful because this podcast has been part of my transformation. And I feel the energy. I feel the empowerment when you guys are, coming over and, you're reposting the podcast and you're sharing and you're telling me like how it has empowered you on your journey. Like I feel fulfilled in my purpose, like what I've been called to do in life. And this is part of my walk with my higher self. So thank you for just listening. Like I really appreciate that. If it resonated with you today, leave us a beautiful 5-star review on the Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Also, come over to our Instagram at Habits of a Goddess to connect with our community and comment under our most recent post of your thoughts of the episode. I love interacting with you, goddesses, and I appreciate your love and support. Don't forget to share the podcast and tag us at Habits of a Goddess. Have a beautiful day.